Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2018 mid-month general readings. Thanks for joining us here today. Welcome to anybody who's new to the channel. Thank you always for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and for those of you who continue to follow my YouTube channel. And a big thank you to all of my clients out there, both regular and new, for always keeping me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. I always say it's an honor and a pleasure to read for you, and I mean it, so thank you. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before or forgotten the information, you can get more info and contact details by going to my YouTube channel's homepage and clicking on that little About button, or you can click on the description bar of any of the videos I post. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths in all the main areas of life. And turnaround time is usually pretty fast too. I do readings full-time 5 to 6 days a week, and I work pretty diligently with your schedules to get you a reading as quickly as possible. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo for fast answers to the quick, easy questions. And that link is also provided. All right, let's move right into this reading. This is for the Earth sign of Capricorn for the remainder of November 2018. So we're looking at the last couple of weeks of November. I am recording these around the 10th and 11th of the month. General readings always resonate a little differently for everybody watching because there's so many of you watching and everybody's so different. So if you know your rising and moon sign, check those videos out as well. That can provide additional clarification. Timing is always a bit fluid. For some of you, the energy may be a little bit before or a little bit later, but the advice always remains the same. Fundamental energy is always the same. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what's in store for you for the remainder of November 2018. All right, Capricorn, we begin with the Nine of Wands, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of this push-through energy for the signs. We have the Ten of Wands, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Great chronological flow of energy here. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the World. So definitely some cycle is completing, some significant chapter of your life is completing as well. I mean, your overall energy from the bottom of the deck is the Chariot. Sorry, the Chariot. I don't know why I said the Chariot. The World. Maybe it's because of the Chariot, because of, you know, staying very focused and single-minded on your goals. So the World represents, it can also represent travel. Some of you may be traveling over the next couple of weeks. And in the United States, there is the celebration of Thanksgiving here, which is quite a family-oriented holiday. So some of you may be traveling for that, or people may be traveling to you. The World is a card of completion. Significant completion, like climbing to the top of a very significant mountain. I mean, there's excuse me, excuse my being hoarse. I'm back in Europe in Northern California, and those of you who may have known from the news or whatever, we have some more horrible fires going on, and the air quality is making me kind of hoarse and froggy. My apologies for that. So the World. Now, while there's a variety of mountains that we often have to scale or climb in our lives, the World represents reaching the top, finishing a particular significant one. So it represents a completion, a significant chapter, not just, you know, one small cycle. I mean, we're usually beginning and ending cycles at various different times in our life, but this represents the ending of a pretty significant portion of your life or chapter of your life or some significant situation in your life. Excuse me, it's the last major arcana card in the tarot. We start with the Fool, who has the 0 at the top of his card, and all the cards after the Fool are about the Fool's journey through life, our journey through life, and how we learn and grow and evolve and triumph and fail and succeed and get defeated until we finally reach the end. This last major arcana card, the World, we've reached the top. So a significant chapter is coming to a close. There's a sense of achievement and major closure. Now, Capricorn, we have around the middle of the month or so, we have the Nine of Wands, accompanied by the Wheel of Fortune. And I've kind of seen this, I've seen this energy repeated in different ways with some of the other signs for mid-month too, this energy of being very close to cycling, being at the end of something and just needing to push through that last bit. Sometimes often the greatest resistance is right before the finish line. I may have to start wearing a mask. So the Nine of Wands. Now in the tarot, tens also represent cycles ending. It's a bit of a lesser energy than the World. The World is a significant chapter closing, and I feel like it's all kind of related for you, Capricorn. So a cycle is coming to an end. It's very close to it as we open the reading. The Nine of Wands represents being very close because the 10 would represent the end of this particular cycle. Sometimes being in this energy can represent, maybe feeling a bit tired, discouraged, worn out. You can see that this soldier, what do soldiers do? They fight battles. They're trained to fight battles. And he's fought quite a few battles. He's been through quite a bit. This is somebody who's, had quite a bit to go through and a long path to walk. And he's very close to being done, which is all he wants to do is be done. Take off his armor, quit fighting, put his feet up, have a beer, be home. Now, right behind him are these 8 wands, this grouping of 8 wands, which symbolize or represent something he's run into just when he thought he was just about at the finish line. It can be a last-minute delay, a challenge, an obstacle or hurdle of some kind, maybe coming up unexpectedly when you weren't expecting it, right at the end of the race or right at the end of completing something. And he's withdrawn a bit, taking a knee, holding on to this 9th wand, almost as if it's the only thing kind of holding him up. And there's a sense of feeling maybe weary, discouraged, depressed. How do I get through this? This is ever going to end. I just want to be done. Can't I be done? How do I get through this? Should I get through this? Should I just give up on this and do something different? I always call it the 11th hour card because it truly is darkest before dawn. And the accompanying advice to the Nine of Wands is almost always to push through, that you are closer than you think you are. And I feel, Capricorn, like divine timing and orchestration is strongly at play here, and you are being cradled in and supported in this kind of last blast, helping get through this, whatever this last hurdle is. It could just be a general feeling of, oh, I'm so tired of this, I just want to be done with this. But I feel like Spirit is coming in, and I feel like they're going to be giving you some good luck, good fortune in terms of divine timing and orchestration, because in getting you through this last little bit, because you're definitely wrapping up something. And I feel like while this cycle is ending, over the energy over this cycle ending is also a major completion. A significant part of your life or a chapter of your life is ending as well. That 9 of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So a stroke of good luck, of good fortune in your favor. This is, divine timing and orchestration energies of God, Spirit, your angels, and guides, which of course we have no control over. In the upright position, this implication is strong that it's something working in your favor, outside of your control. Divine timing and orchestration to help you bring this to a close, get through this last little bit that you need to get through. And then the beautiful flow of energy here, Capricorn, is the next 2 cards. At or towards the end of November 2018, we have the 10 of Wands, which is right next to the 9 of Wands. So I like the graduation. You're almost there, and then at the end of the month, here you are. The 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. It looks, Capricorn, like whatever this is in your life, and it could be a project, a job or work environment, a career path. It could be a relationship or issues within a relationship. It's something that it looks like you've been investing in, I think, for quite a long time. Perhaps a burden you've had to bear for quite a long time, or just something you've been putting a lot of time and effort and work into for quite some time. And over time, it has become heavier and heavier to the point that, you can't even stand up straight under the weight of it. You're carrying it successfully, and you have been, but you're tired. It's heavy. You can see this man's head is up. He is looking at his destination. that place where he can finally lay these wands down, be free of this weight, stand up and take a deep breath, be done with it once and for all. Here is the 10. Here is that cycle completing, and I love that it comes right after the 9. So definitely the end of a burden, a cross you've had to bear, a challenge, or a long-standing thing that you've put a lot of yourself into. And I feel like you have worked very, very hard at this, because what clarifies the 10 of Wands is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is the work card, the worker bee card. It's you know, artisanship. It's working hard, getting up early, staying up late, maybe burning the candles at both ends on whatever this is, whether it's a relationship or a job or some specific project, maybe working a lot of overtime or putting a lot of effort into what you've been building, because what you're building is this strong, stable foundation for yourself and maybe for another person or family as well. It could have been repetitive work as well. So this is what clarifies the 10 of Wands. And also this combination of cards, the only thing I don't really like about this combination of cards is the sense that, you know, how tired you are, because the 10 of Wands can come up when someone's feeling, you know, tired, overwhelmed, burdened, the pressure's kind of on. But the thing is it's at an end, it's cycling to an end, or definitely this is the time that you're going to be laying this burden down and needing to. And it could be that, you know, it's required a lot of your work, and all of this work has been making whatever it is that you've been working towards and building or sustaining, carrying on, has taken a great deal out of you. But it looks like this cycle is coming to an end. And again, this cycle is coming to an end, but from a bigger perspective, when you take a step back, the cycle that's coming to an end is representative of, you know, a much bigger portion of your life or chapter of your life coming to a close as well. It's kind of like there might be multiple small battles that need to be fought, you know, in winning the entire war, and this is kind of the last of that battle, the last of those battles needed in order for you to finally reach the end of this particular area, section, time in your life. And I feel like that's always very positive, but I'm just curious, Capricorn, let's see what the next card would be to follow all of this hard work, all of this effort, all of this tiredness, this cycle ending. What follows this? Just in the immediate future. The 10 of Cups, often nicknamed the Happily Ever After card or the Happy Home card. Another 10 here. This represents a successful completion as well in the emotional realm, because Cups is water, which governs in the tarot, governs the heart, emotions, feelings, relationships. This can represent just being at a place where you feel the things have finally come together. A successful culmination can also represent marriage, childbirth. That may have been what you've been working towards, or paying off, you know, the last mortgage on your home, or getting into the first home. Maybe you've been working for a long time to, you know, buy a home or get into a home, or, you know, pregnancy, childbirth, marriage, etc. And for those of you for whom it may not directly relate to, you know, the ending of this leading to this lovely culmination point in home and family, it represents, you know, in getting that same energy and feeling those same feelings just in terms of your own emotional atmosphere and landscape as well, feeling like you've finally reached what you were working so hard and so long to attain. So it's just lovely, beautiful energy, Capricorn. So for those of you who feel like you've maybe run into some other delay or obstacle or snag, or you're at the end and you're just feeling so tired, push through. You've only got a couple inches more to go. You're just about there. And it looks like that the majority of you, as you transition towards the end of November and into December, you will see the actual manifestations of that coming into play. And definitely divine timing and orchestration is working in your favor as well, and cradling and supporting you. So Capricorn, that pretty much sums up your November 2018 mid-month general reading. I hope you found it helpful and useful somehow. It's a pretty nice reading. Even though you may start off going, oh God, I just want to be done. What is this? You know, it's so brief and so temporary. You're getting through the end of it just now. Again, if any of you would like a more personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You'll find that info by clicking on the description bar of the videos I post or the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. I do love and romance, of course, relationship compatibility charting, reconciliation potential. I do career work and finance readings as well as investment readings. And I offer a 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over a 6 or 12-month period, depending on how far ahead you want to look. And they're always quite popular at this time of the year, although you can do them at any time of the year. A lot of people like to order them as we're transitioning towards the end of one year and taking a look ahead at the coming year. And gift readings as well. A lot of people like to, which of course you can do anytime during the year, but they seem to be more popular. I get a lot of requests for them in November, December, as people like to give the gift of a personal reading to friends, family, and loved ones. So something else to consider. And for fast answers to the quick, easy questions, you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that link is also provided. So Capricorn, I'll see you guys again in a couple of weeks for the December 2018 general readings. And until then, as always, I am wishing you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.